Hi everyone, my name is Miranda Abrashi. I am a program coordinator in the chemistry department, so I'm one of the advisors that works full-time in the office. I am really excited that you're here or wherever you are watching this video, hoping to maybe potentially major in chemistry one day. This presentation is hopefully going to give you just a little bit of information about the chemistry department generally, the majors generally, and what it takes to take your next steps to actually get into the department or start the pre-major declaration process. I'll connect you with a couple of resources and extracurricular things and then contact information most importantly. I like to tell students that everyone's journey is going to look different. It's looked different up until this point. It'll look different through college, and it'll likely look different after you graduate. And so individual meetings is always the best way to go. So if you have specific questions or concerns, or you're really not sure what to glean from the website, or there's, a process is too overwhelming, I want you to know that we're always here to help, and we really would love to meet with you. Myself and Alexi Goodall are the two full-time advisors. So I just want to start by saying that if anything in this video is confusing or you didn't feel like you got what you wanted to out of it, you're more than welcome to set up an appointment, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. But just getting started here, like I said, want to talk a little bit about the chemistry department generally, and then some opportunities available to students outside of just taking classes. I'll talk a bit about phase one and phase two, which is what we refer to our pre-majors and our full majors as. This presentation specifically is going to focus on the phase one, so the pre-major declaration process, which is kind of assuming that most of you watching are new students who haven't taken a lot, if any, college level chemistry. If you have taken a lot of college level chemistry or you're a high credit Running Start student, I would suggest watching Alexi's video. It focuses a little bit more on students who are ready to apply to the major and have their prerequisites done. You should be able to find that in a similar location to where this video was posted, or just reaching out to us and we can help you individually navigate that process. I'm going to go over the website a little bit, so connect you with resources, and then of course give you our contact information so that you know um, how to reach us if you would like to do that. So to start, the chemistry department offers a handful of degree tracks. We host both the chemistry and the biochemistry program, so we offer a Bachelor of Science both in chemistry and in biochemistry. And we also offer a Bachelor of Arts in chemistry. We will offer a Bachelor of Arts in biochemistry, hopefully by fall quarter, that will be available to you. And then another thing that we offer is the multiple Bachelor of Arts in Education combined degree tracks. So what that means is it's essentially a combination of chemistry and another science, either math, biology, or physics. And at the end of your degree, you are certified to teach K through 12. So if you're interested in being an elementary school or high school teacher, specifically a science teacher, those could be really great tracks for you. If you decide that chemistry is something you like, but maybe not something you want to focus your entire degree on, we also offer a minor. So as far as student involvement goes, I think it's really important to connect you all with a couple of resources within the department that are not at all exclusive to chemistry students. You don't have to be a major. You don't really even have to be thinking that you will major in chemistry to join these. But they're great ways to get involved, to meet other students, create community, connect with faculty, and really just increase your overall involvement in extracurriculars at Western. So Chemistry Club or Chem Club meets weekly and they host events throughout the quarter. So you can always attend an event if you don't want to attend weekly meetings. We have SACNAS, which is the Society for Advancement of Chicanos and Native Americans in Science. And this is a college level club, so it involves students from all of the sciences. And they also host some really cool activities and events throughout the quarter, specifically students interested in research. They offered a couple of events for students who are interested, connecting with faculty who have openings in the research lab. The ambassador program is a really cool program. It's actually a paid position that students can apply for. And it helps connect the department between the faculty and the staff and the student side of things. So if there are questions or concerns or things that should be raised to the department level, the ambassadors help kind of act as a liaison. And what I mentioned earlier about SACNAS hosting events for undergraduate research, you do have the opportunity as a chemistry student to work alongside faculty in research labs, get real world experience. You can get published, you can work over the summer, you can get college credit for this. And it really does make you a more competitive applicant to graduate schools and for industry jobs. So if it's something you're interested in, Western is set up in a way that our department is extremely research focused, but we don't have a PhD program. So the opportunities in labs for students to be working are offered primarily to undergraduate students, which is pretty cool. So just to talk a little bit more about the actual major process of declaring. So we refer to students as phase one or phase two students. Phase one students are pre-majors. In order to get into the pre-major, it's a process, it's a declaration process, which is outlined down at the bottom of the screen. Um, and phase two is an application process. So there's no application formally for phase one, but there is for phase two. And you will be guaranteed access to certain courses. You have to finish certain courses in order to be eligible to apply. Um, but again, just to focus on phase one, the first step is meeting with me. And so our program has a lot of requirements, a lot of prerequisites, and overall just nuances. So we do require two separate meetings to enter phase one. Again, the initial meeting with me is to get you as much information as possible and allow a space for you to answer any questions that you might have either about the department, about the major, about graduation, post-grad, things you might want to do in the department, research, etc. After you meet with me, I'll follow up with you within about a week or so and give you advising documents and a plan of study document and a couple of resources that will hopefully make it easier for you to plan out your time at Western. I'll also connect you with a faculty advisor. So we connect our students with advisors early on to give you an opportunity to learn more about what you can do with a chemistry or biochemistry degree, how you can get involved in research, what the major will look like, what classes look like. And then once you have both of these meetings, you're declared into phase one. So this will end up giving you priority access to certain classes, usually around your sophomore year. So when you're entering organic, and you get kind of the benefits of being a pre-major by getting into certain major restricted courses. Regardless of whether or not you declare as phase one, as a prospective chemistry student, the most important thing that you can do is enroll in general chemistry. That being said, general chemistry or Chem 161 also has a prerequisite of Math 114. And so you can actually see that here, this Math 114 or suitable math assessment score. So really what that means is that you either have to complete Math 114 at Western, have pre-calculus or higher, so possibly calculus credit already accounted for at Western, or you need to receive a 70 or above on the ALEKS math placement test, which should also be part of your orientation process. From that point, we always recommend continuing in math, regardless of where you start in math, whether it be calculus or pre-calculus. It's typically easier for students to get through math when you take it back to back. And taking quarters off between calculus and multivariable or pre-calculus and calculus can often be really difficult to hop back in and remember everything that you needed to. Other than just general chemistry and continuing on in math, we recommend really focusing in on your phase one coursework. So phase one coursework is what you need to complete in order to apply to the full major. And this varies a little bit major to major. There are some overlaps as well, and I'll show you on the website where you can find this information out and actually take a look at the recommended schedule that's pictured at the bottom right of the screen. Part of the meeting with your faculty advisor, if you do fully declare phase one, is coming up with a plan of study so that that advisor walks you through exactly what needs to happen, what prerequisites need to go where, what courses should go where, and when you would actually be applying to phase two. I do want to go over a couple of department resources. Myself and Alexi Goodall are the two full-time advisors that are available by email, phone, Teams, Zoom, and then at some point, probably the office in person again, 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So if anything ever comes up, we are always more than happy to answer your questions or address your concerns or what have you. Something available 24/7 to you is our website. And there are a couple of things that I think are really important. Almost everything you'll ever need is under the For Students tab, specifically the Advising tab. So once you're here, There's a space to make an appointment with me. So if you do want to declare phase one, you have questions about this presentation, questions about Chem 161, anything like that, you can make an appointment and then you can choose if you want to meet over the phone, have a phone call, if you want Zoom. I can do Teams, I can also do email if you prefer to just consult via email. We have drop-in advising. We have information on phase two if you want to learn a little bit more about what that's going to look like. And then a handful of other documents. One thing that's really important too are these recommended course schedules. So if you click on any of these, it'll show you what a potential schedule would look like. And it outlines all of the phase one courses too. So if you're a little bit confused or concerned about what courses are the most important to be taking during your first couple of years, any course in blue is going to be that kind of the best thing to focus on. We also have a prospective and transfer students page. So there are some materials that are, again, my calendar, but specific to transferring courses and a little FAQ on, what it means to be starting at Western and why you should meet with an advisor. And finally, here's our contact information. We are available, again, 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday, chemistry@wwu.edu at the phone number below. And then there's the appointment scheduling platform that you can also make an appointment with me. Again, that's on a couple of different pages on that advising website as well. I highly recommend that you reach out. Everyone's path looks really, really different, both through undergraduate and onward. Myself and Alexi are always happy to help you in any way that we can, and we know that faculty are also willing to help you and talk with you about a chemistry degree and what that means and what you want to do with that. I really hope that you continue to reach out even after you declare, even after you're in the major. We always love to chat with students and hear how you're doing. But I look forward to hopefully meeting you on campus in person one day soon. But thank you so much for the time that you spent with me watching this video, and I hope that we can talk soon. Thank you.